Hi, and welcome to the Pimp My LinkedIn show. My name is Neil Benson.
And my name is Amy Holden.
Hi, Amy. Welcome back to episode 10.
The big 10, the decade. It's been amazing. Welcome and hello. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks. How are you doing?
Sorry?
My voice was just really high there. Right there. I'm good. Thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Neil.
Oh, man. It's been a long day already. And it's 7:30 in the morning.
Too much excitement for one day.
It is. Well, I'm so excited because this is the season finale to season 1 of Pimp My LinkedIn Profile. We're going to look back at some of the people who have joined us on the show and see what they've done to lift their pimping profiles and see if they've nudged up a couple of scores in the Neil and Amy rankings. What do you reckon?
I think it's going to be good. I'm really excited to take a look back and see where people are now and see how it's going.
Great. Where should we start?
Well, since where we're looking now, I think we'll start with the man that I didn't think would show up on this show. I did not expect to talk about Jonas Rapp today.
Oh, okay, Jonas.
Yeah. So I'm going to take no credit for this line, which I took from the XRM Toolcast the other day, where Daryl described him as the Swede with a need. And he is the Swede with a need for a 10 out of 10, and he would like a review from Neil Benson.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Jonas already
back.
had a great profile to begin with, didn't he?
Yeah, we had a solid 10 from me after some negotiation and an 8.5 from Neil. So I think Jonas would like a recall because I came back to look and I was absolutely blown away. So a few things we mentioned, his about section, he has absolutely spruced it up. It's got humor, it's funny, it's accurate, and it's all in the right tense. I particularly like that he's a Swedish resident with no plans to leave since 1971.
I wonder if in 1971 he had a plan to leave, but he hasn't had a plan since then.
He was born with a plan and then he threw it away.
Yeah. Great. So the photograph is still awesome. I love the way in the about section he's explained the header photograph from one of his boating trips in the Stockholm archipelago, which is beautiful part of the world. Great profile photograph. He's kept that. He already had a great headline, so that still looks the same. The about section looks fantastic. Coming down, the featured section, still very solid. Great activity, lots of connections on there. Amy, I think he's spruced up his experience section as well.
Yeah. So every single experience section has got a job description, and he's not just gone for the plain old eye-captured requirements. He's put his own flavor on it. He's explained what he was doing. And I particularly like the second one where he says, it's always nice to have a company with your own name, right? So he's added value. He's told us what he does, but it's not too serious. And I really like how he's come across in that.
Yeah, perfect tone of voice. Really captures Jonas's sense of humor and his intelligence. So yeah, fantastic. Looks like he's removed his certifications.
Certifications are gone.
Certifications are gone. If they're not adding any value to your profile, take it off. To any section that doesn't add a lot of value, you don't have to add every section to your LinkedIn profile. I think you're right, Amy. I don't know if this could get much better. I'd still love to see a couple of recommendations, Jonas. Let's see if I can write one after the show. But yeah, it's got to be a 10, Amy. I think you're right. Well done, Jonas.
Awesome work. Gold star, top student. Tuck on all the feedback. Good man.
Great. Well, I'm gonna flip over into another Swede. We've got Malin. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Malin's not from Sweden. Malin's from Norway.
Oh, she's a Norway with a ballway.
I'm gonna flip over into Malin's profile, and we are gonna have a look at and see what she's improved. First of all, the background image. I don't know what that is. I think it's probably something to do with her company brand, that kind of pale pink with the black rectangles on it, because it's the same color scheme as the little icon there for Know It. So that nice kind of corporate branding there. It was just a plain background image before. Solid headline. Got a few keywords in there as well. And Malin has tidied up her about section, really improved that, given us a sense of who she is and what she specializes in, which is great. Love her featured section. That's been bumped up too. Again, solid activity, lots of followers, and She's added in little job descriptions there for all of her recent experience. Certifications are solid. Wow, Alan, really very tough to point out anything else that's open there. Maybe like Jonas, you could do with a couple more recommendations. You've given one and not received any. Sorry, you've received one and not given any yet. That would be good. Really top profile. Alan, I'm going to give you a 10 as well. That's amazing work. What do you think, Amy?
It's really nice. I love the about section. It's got information, but it's broken up into paragraphs. I can't read more than 2 lines without losing concentration. Love what she's done there. Yeah, I like with the header image. I agree. Now you've explained it, I like it, and it's pulling together a bit of her brand. And you know what? It's beautiful. She can have my second 10. She's having it. 10.
Well done, Alan. Okay, let's go for another one of your mentees. This is Danny Cahill. Danny scored it pretty well last time. Has he managed to nudge his profile up?
Yeah, so Danny's made a couple of changes. I think the biggest change he made, well, obviously purely just from our LinkedIn profile pimping, he became an MVP.
Ooh, well done, Danny.
Magic. No, obviously from Danny's hard work, not just from us. So Danny's made a couple of changes, and I just wanted to mention a few of these to say we have noticed them, but there is some more work to do. So he still talks about the CE references in his about, which I think is officially dead now. So we need to put that one to rest. But I love what he's done with the diagrams. So I think we mentioned last time that he does a lot of work with the diagrams, but I'd love to see a bit more variety. Awesome piece of work on a common data service current connector diagram.
The
Absolutely
cheat sheet?
blew my...
Yeah.
So I'm delighted he did that. I'm delighted it's on the featured section, and I really think we just need to celebrate that. Fantastic.
Good job, Danny. Good activity, lots of followers, good job descriptions. Danny has been at Empired for over 4.5 years. So you can see there the progression of his career, which is really great. Wow. Amy, is there anything left to improve?
The only things I've got, it's the CE reference and his pronunciation for his name, because I still butcher his name every time.
Okay, Danny, 9.5 then, I think, is the final
Solid
score.
9.5.
Yeah, great. Well done. Okay, I'm going to dip over into Carl Cookson. So Carl is our, he's now a Power Platform solution implementer. So he's got a new headline, which is great.
Nice.
He had quite a long headline last time. He's really tightened it up and summarized it very well. So well done, Carl. He's made a few other tweaks there. His about section is still things like D365. So there's a few acronyms and abbreviations in there that I would improve. And a couple of bullet points there. But yeah, overall, it's really solid. Carl was a 7 last time. I think his job description still needs some experience added in there. We haven't resolved the Star Diving Club contribution to his LinkedIn profile. Certifications are solid. So Carl, I think, has lifted himself. What do you think, Amy? From 7, what would your new score for Carl's profile be?
It's had some good work. I think I'd sit him at a very solid 8, but I think there's still a lot more to be done.
Yeah, I'd be the same. Carl, 8 from me as well.
But I have a lot of appreciation for the update on that headline. It looks super clean now. Tells me exactly who he is. I really like that. It's nice.
Great. Let's have a look at Brian Elland.
Brian Island, and I know how to say his name now. Do you know why? Because there's a pronunciation on there.
It's well done, Brian.
So Brian, oh, this got me. So shall we talk about the emoji in the room first or later?
Let's go for it.
So Brian, he added an emoji to his name. What do we think about this?
I think it's quite cute. If that's the persona that Brian wants to portray. We talked about that with Daryl last time as well, who's got a bullet point in front of his name. The thinking, I think, behind that is that if there's a robot crawling all over LinkedIn, sending people messages, you can tell because it'll include that emoji in the automated message that it sends you. I'm not quite sure whether that's an urban myth or whether that's true. I've never experimented with an emoji at the beginning of my name. What do you think of it, Amy?
Yeah, it's kind of cute. I'd rather not, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
So his image is still the same, and I still don't know where it is, but that's okay. His activity has changed, and he openly acknowledged that he was making an effort to change this. So we mentioned that he did a lot of liking, but not a lot of commenting. Whereas now, when we look at his activity area, he's a lot more interactive.
Yeah.
Which is really nice to see, and that'll really, really help him out.
Yeah, it really boosts the visibility of your profile. Good work.
Definitely. And if we come down, we've not done much with the job descriptions. We've still got that mismatch between the solution architect and the practice lead. Yeah. And that's still, we're going to leave that there. And the thing that I liked is he's updated his MCT. So now he's clarified what kind of MCT he is and what area he specializes in. So he's definitely taken on some of the stuff we asked. And I think he tidied up his contact information and removed the his reference to IM, because he had his little IM in there, which we think is dead. RIP Skype. So he's made some really nice changes. What's your thoughts on this now?
Yeah, I think it's a great profile. A couple of little tweaks still left, but those maybe are personal preference. Not everybody's going to agree with everything we've said, Amy. I know you certainly don't agree with most of the things I've said, but I think it's a great profile. I like it. I'm going to give Brian a 9. What's your score?
Again, we're agreeing on a lot on the scores today, a lot though. I have to agree, he's a solid 9 for me now. Really like what he's done with it.
Okay, let's have a look at one of the profiles I reviewed earlier in this season. It's Abba Shah, who has made some good improvements to her profile, I think. So we still got what we think is a nighttime image of a bridge in Pune.
Shall I do it? Shall I do it?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, not my favorite background image. It's just too. Maybe if I was from Pune, I would know it instantly, but it's just too hard to tell where it is, especially a nighttime image. She's tidied up her headline, which is great, but the biggest improvement she's made, I think, her about section's probably the same, but I really like the way she's expanded. One of our biggest critiques there was lots of PMBA, which, unless you're familiar with all the acronyms, she's really expelled it out. So it's project manager, business analyst, so it's a dual role. She's had in quite a few of her projects and jobs. So yeah, good that she spelled that out, made it a lot more clearer. So I was got a great profile. I'm going to give her a solid 8 out of 10. Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really nice that she's made those cleanups, and I think the headline's a lot tidier. She's dropped the quizzer, even though I did have a chat with her after about the quizzing thing, and it sounds flipping cool. So yeah, we had a good chat about that, but I really like what she's done. She's added in some more stuff around being a business process consultant rather than just being a BA, which I think like BAs have a bit of a bad name, I feel. So I really like that she's boosted that side of things. So really nice, Abba. I'm going to go with an 8.5, and I would love to see some other little tweaks that we suggested, and that would be really well on its way to a 9.5.
Okay, good stuff. This is one of yours from earlier in the season, Amy. It's Daryl Labar.
Yes. Oh, Daryl Labar, raising the bar, lastminute.com man. So he saw me creeping the other night on his profile and then quickly messaged me to say, don't look now, look back again later. And then I went and looked later, and he has made some changes. So admittedly, there is still some work to do. But what I really like is the fact that he's started to make the changes, and it's already making a massive difference.
Yeah.
So if we have a look at his about section, it is awesome.
Oh.
I love what he's done there. What do you think?
I think there's quite a lot of text there, but scanning it reads well. Still a little bit of keyword stuffing, XRM, CRM, CDS, Power Apps, Power Platform, with slashes in between, just like he's got in his headline. I think that's a little hard to read, but yeah, looks good. Yes, he's looking for opportunities to speak and everything. Yeah, fantastic. He's done a good job there.
Yeah, it's like he had the bullet points of the ideas and he's just fleshed them out, and the ideas are coming across really passionately. I love that. I agree, the headline isn't pretty. It still needs some work. I think he's also, if we look at his content, he's updated the links and now includes links to his podcast, the XRM Toolcast, which is flipping hilarious. Highly recommended. Even if you know nothing about XRM Toolbox.
Good work, Daryl.
He's also done the graceful, I think we called it duomosin, and gracefully hidden certifications. So now we don't need to worry about what he's not done since 2011.
Good. Yeah, he's good job descriptions now. Still needs to link that to a proper company page, but yeah, still very solid profile. What's your revised score for Daryl's profile, Amy?
Yeah, so I think he was on a 7. I think because he's spent the energy on the most important things, which is the top things, the things at the top things. So I'm going to make it an 8, but I really do want to see him carry on and make the rest of those changes. And he could be well on his way to a solid 10 if he carries on. But for now, I'm on an 8. What do you think?
Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Boosted from a 7 to an 8. Good job, Daryl.
Awesome work.
And then I think the last one that we're going to revisit is Mr. Joel Lindstrom.
Yes.
So Joel has shortened his headline significantly. It was 3 lines before. Now he's the Power Platform Practice Lead at Hitachi Solutions America. Couldn't get much more succinct than that. I didn't expect that of Joel, to be honest. He's a very proud, long-standing MVP. You can see that in his background image. But I was surprised that he removed that from his headline. His about section is nice and short, very solid, captures his experience and the value that he brings to our community really succinctly. So I thought that was great.
Wow.
He's tidied up his featured section, just concentrated on the Power Platform tip of the day. Again, one of the longest standing blogs and help sites we've had out there.
I like that they've rebranded it the Power Platform as well, and that ties in really nicely with his new role as well.
Yep.
I think there's a much stronger theme throughout the profile now, which is beautiful.
Speaking of new role, Amy, you know, we reviewed Joel's LinkedIn profile a few episodes ago. Since then, he's got promoted. What can I say?
Oh, magic. That
Well
is
done.
pimping magic.
Yes, don't want to take all the credit, Joel, but you know, you owe Amy and I a glass of wine. Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new role. Congratulations on a really amazing, I think, LinkedIn profile. You for me, I've got a 10 out of 10. Well done.
Oh yeah. I will not disagree once again. It's a 10. Take it, Joel, and run with it. Enjoy your promotion and your 10s and 10s.
Great stuff, Amy. So that's been a blast. What a lot of fun we've had with the 18 folks who joined us.
So good.
Don't forget, if you'd like to have your profile pimped on the Pimp by LinkedIn profile show, to click on the link down below. There's a bit.ly link and you can fill in a little form and we will have a look at your profile in season 2 when we pick that up in a little while.
Awesome. It's been so much fun. And I want to say that everyone's made some changes and the show's not over in that sense. We really look forward to perhaps looking at them again in 6 months and see where they are then as well. Yeah. So thank you for everyone for volunteering yourselves. It takes some bravery. And yeah, see you in season 2. See you on the other side.
Thanks, Amy. See you later.
See you later.